Welcome to the Afrocentric Woman, where our mission is to inspire Black women to heal core wounds and embrace a luxurious and abundant lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk, sis.
I'm going home. He's like, well, why? And I'm like, I'm tired. I was just over him, to be honest with you. Like, you showed up to this restaurant with no gift, no flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing. You don't properly greet me. I'm just, you know, I just kind of felt like this is the time to redeem yourself. This is the time to get into my good graces. This is the time to show me that you cherish me as a woman, and you totally fumbled the ball, bro. You totally fumbled the ball. Like, you just kind of haphazardly show up to the restaurant with, that empty handed, mind you. I'm used to getting flowers like on the second date. I'm used to men giving me stuff I promise you all, by like week one, week two, a man is already being generous with me. So the fact that you've been uber stingy with me, you've been breaking promises, and then today you show up empty handed, and also you don't want to take the lead on where this relationship is going, and you're salty because I won't do it. I just feel like this guy's trying to push me to be like manly, and it's like, it's never going to happen, bro. It's never going to happen. I'm not going to do that. You're not going to push me into some masculine role. I'm just not gonna do it. No. So, um, so we're gonna like say goodbye in the lobby. We've had some drinks, you know, and I kiss him, I give him a hug, and he's just like trying to feel me up. Keep in mind, y'all, this is a five-star establishment with like really, really wealthy people. It's not some hood place. Like, he's like trying to feel me up and like feel under my dress. And I just felt so disrespected. And, you know, it was just like, and like, okay, so this place, they have people who just like their only job is to open the door. That's like their only job, is to like open the door so that the patrons don't have to open the door. So one of the employees who opens the door is coming in because it's really cold and it's raining this night. And so this employee comes in and they see what all he's doing. And I just was so embarrassed. And so I had valeted my car. So we needed to go to the other side of the building to the valet. He parked on the other side. And so I was like, well, just walk with me to the valet. So by the time that we got to the front desk, they were like, oh, do you guys did you drive? Do you need Uber? Like, I know that they probably saw on the camera what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because like part of their job is security. I'm pretty sure they saw it. So I was just so embarrassed. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just ready to get the hell away from this. So I ended up leaving and I went to go hang out with an old friend, and I had so much fun with my old friend. But that, we can leave that for another video, or maybe it's not even worth the video. I just had so much friggin' fun with my other friend, and I'm glad that I was able to salvage the rest of my night. But nonetheless, we had a conversation after that date, and I say to him, I didn't appreciate how you handled me downstairs in the lobby. And he said, I apologize for making you feel that way. I was just being myself. And I thought to myself, that's interesting. I mean, it's interesting that you're apologizing for making me feel X, Y, and Z, but you disqualify the apology by saying, I'm just being myself. So yourself is a man who gropes a woman in a five-star establishment, like unprovoked. Like, it's just weird. That's how you live. I mean, hey, if it is, it is. I didn't push back on that. I just, that file that I'm keeping of like red flags and shit, I just put it over there in the file, in the notebook of like, watch out for that. Like, that's just how you are. Okay. So, um, things feel estranged and weird um, after that conversation. And I brought up to the fact to him, I was like, everything changed. You know, you really, really changed after our conversation at dinner. And he said, oh, no, no, I don't know what you're talking about, which to me felt like gaslighting. You know, things have changed. You know, you felt disappointed with my answer. You know that you're salty and that you're kind of giving me the silent treatment, or I don't know, different treatment, kind of the nonchalant, I don't give a shit, you can stay, you can go, I don't care treatment. And instead of saying it, you're just saying, oh, no, 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 everything's fine. No, I don't know what you mean. Yeah, no, oh, I don't care. And so it just felt very gaslighty to me. But nonetheless, we're kind of going back and forth. Ay, Dios mío. So Valentine Day, ay Dios, he's going out of town. We have an ice blizzard. So the day that I think we were gonna have lunch, but you know, I kind of double booked myself. I think I had like three different dates booked for that Friday. So I think I had like three dates booked. So I don't know how I was gonna manage that, or like who I was going to cancel on. I didn't really think that all the way through. I just kind of was like, somebody asked me out, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then somebody else asked me out, and I said, yeah. And somebody else asked me out, and it was like, oh, I told them all Friday, like, I'm gonna have to cancel with somebody. So either way it goes, we weren't gonna be able to meet that day because I'm sorry, I'm just thinking it's crazy that I had three dates scheduled for Friday. But yeah, so we weren't going to be able to see. And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm going out of town to handle, you know, the situation with my dad's affairs." So go ahead and refer to my "Who Will Really Die Alone" video, and that will give you context to what I'm talking about now. So he's like, "No, I got to go out of town to handle my dad's affairs," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." But this is like Valentine Day weekend. So I'm thinking that, and I'm like, well, when are you coming back? He's like, I don't know, maybe Sunday, maybe not, da da da. And I'm like, well, you know, it's supposed to be an ice storm. How are you going to get back? And I'm thinking in my head, if this is my man, or like this is the guy, like keep in mind that I'm dating different guys, but this is the guy I like the most. This is the guy I want to step up to the plate, right? So I'm thinking, you know, it's Valentine's Day. And if I'm your woman, wouldn't you say, hey, babes, I'm not going to be in town for Valentine's Day. So I already got you these things, or I already got this thing lined up for you, or I already planned us a date for Tuesday, or, you know, I'm just expecting him to take the initiative on that. And he just like, just bounced. He just bounced out of town, you know, and when I tell you, let me tell you what really, really set me off. There was one guy who I just recently started talking to, and I've never met this man, nor have I even video chatted with him. We've just been talking, you know, very casually and very friendly like. And he actually was one of the guys who wanted to take me out on Friday. Um, but you know, I was telling him about my moving situation and how I'm gonna have to like move some stuff again. He was like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna take care of it. You know, and the way he said it, I know he's gonna actually do it. Not like, oh, let me just check it out. He's like, where are you going? How much stuff? He's like, he's asking details. Well, how much stuff do you need to move? Like, what size truck do you think I need? I have some friends. I'll get you taken care of. And I'm just like, oh, that's so sweet. And that's the kind of man I'm used to, ladies. Like, I'm used to men who just step up and get it done, not tell me what you're going to do. So that, and then we continue to converse, and he's like, look, I know you don't know me, and I know we're just getting to know each other, but I just want to get you some perfume um for Valentine's Day. And I was just like, you're so sweet. You are so sweet, thank you. You know, he's like, well, what kind of perfume you like? I was like, well, I like Chanel, but I already have the Chanel I like. I like this other one, like this YSL perfume. You know what I really wish, side note, I really wish I need some more subscribers so that I can start posting pictures on my community tab. At this point in time, I cannot post pictures on my community tab, but I want to post a picture of my YSL perfume that my guy friend got me, so I can show y'all guys some receipts. Show you lovely ladies some receipts. So, it was just so sweet of him to like think about me and like buy me my special perfume. And I think for me, I think perfume is a nice first gift to get a lady because it's not going to break the bank. It's not so expensive. It's not like, oh, give me a Chanel bag or, I one one guy told me that this girl asked him for an iMac or iPro or whatever that iMac book is or whatever. So it's not like that, but it's not, it's just a really, really, really nice gesture. And I think that it's something that can come very early into the courtship to just get the woman some perfume and some flowers, something along those lines. So I thought that was perfect. But what infuriated me about it? Here's this man who I'm just beginning a friendship with, who's already just wanting to make my life more comfortable by getting me the perfume, by taking care of the moving situation, and he's just like, well, I can bring you this. It's cold outside. Let me bring you food. Let me bring, he's just ready to just help me out in any type of way. Whereas the guy I like is being lazy and stingy. And keep in mind, it's not for not having money. He has money. It's just, he's just being stingy with it. Oh, I can't stand a stingy man. So I just kind of ice him out and I stopped talking to him because I'm mad. I'm mad that he's not doing what I want him to do. Like in a perfect world, I would just cut everybody off and just be with him. But I don't have that opportunity. And thank God I don't, because keep in mind, I'm having an internal battle with myself. I am. I'm having an internal battle with myself. There are 4 kids. Okay. That's 4 college tuitions that I have to wrap my mind around. And that's before, like, even if we had any kids together, that's already 4 college tuitions, 2 different women, 4 kids, a domestic violence case, falling through on the things that you had said that you was going to do, not being generous with me at all during this courtship. When I tell you at all, I mean at all. Not being generous with me. So I'm battling all of that. And I'm like, well, why do I even like this guy? I like certain things about him. We have good laughs. We have fun. We have chemistry. But these other issues are nagging me. They're nagging me. And I can't overlook them. And then on top of that, some man that I just met is coming through for me for Valentine's Day. And the man I've been spending time with is not. Make it make sense. On what planet is that possible? You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're being lazy and stingy and just haphazard handling me any type of way. You know, and I just, I don't know. It's not even worth me trying to figure out. So anyway, let me just wrap this up. We had a conversation a couple of days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. With this not the lockdown, but with this blizzard, I've lost track of days. The days are long and they just kind of bleed into each other. Might have been yesterday, may have been 2 days ago. But yeah, we have this conversation and I had a really hard time expressing myself. And you know what? Like, I think the problem is when I'm telling you, like, you're not really putting in effort, like, well, what do you need? Well, what are your expectations? And I'm not a mind reader. Well, yeah, sure. You're not a mind reader. I get that. And there's a part of me that wants to spell it out and give you all the insight. But also, let me tell you this, with all the men, ay, most of the men that I've dated, I've not had to ask them for anything. They always offer me like they all okay. They always offer me stuff. Like the guy I was dating this time last year. We were dating. We went out on one date. When we went out on 2 dates, And I didn't like my hair. I had got some hair and I didn't like it, like some crochet braids. And I was complaining about it. And he was like, well, let me just, he said, well, would you mind if I just pay for you to get your hair done the way you want it? And I was like, why, thank you, sir. You most certainly can. And, he took care of it. So I'm used to men just bringing it up. Like, they'll see little ways that they can help me out and they'll just do it. And I don't really have to spell it out to them. I told one guy I like flowers in our second date at the Four Seasons. He brought me flowers. He brought me beautiful. Oh my God, they were gorgeous a dozen red roses and a beautiful vase. I didn't have to like coerce him to do it, and he got me some other stuff too. That I did ask for those things because, well, I mean, he kind of brought it up. I mean, I was like, I really want this thing. And he was like, oh, you do? And I was like, yeah, can we go get it right now? And he was, keep in mind, we were around the corner from the mall. So we were having lunch and we were around the corner. I was like, well, right here at the mall, like, let's just go get it. Please, babes. And he was like, okay, fine. So anyway, I'm not used to, I just, I'm not used to having to spell out for a man, you need to do this, you need to keep up with your word. If you tell me you're going to do something, you need to do it. I expect for gifts. Like, if I tell you I expect for gifts, it's not fun anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not courtship. It's not like back and forth and like, oh, he's doing this for me and that was so sweet. And it's just kind of like I'm demanding stuff and then you're just meeting my demand. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't mind asking for specific things, but also as a man, I just feel like that there's certain things that you should just do them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know, like, from us spending time together and from us talking, you should kind of know how to get in where you fit in. Like, see little pockets here and there where you can, you know, where you could make my life more comfortable. Because that's essentially like what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking for a man who will look at my life and say, oh, I can make her more comfortable. I see she's living good, but I can make her more comfortable. And so in the courtship process, okay, so let me wrap this up before I give you my little last words. So ultimately, I just was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. Let's just be friends. And he was like, are you sure that's what you want? I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's just be friends. And I don't even know if I will. Oh God, I left out the DWI. Shit. So let me back up. Let me back up to before he went out of town. He told me that he said, hey, I need to talk to you. And I said, okay. And I fell asleep. Or he said, no, let me call you back in 30 minutes. I said, well, I'm gonna be asleep by then. And I did. I knocked out. And so maybe like the next day or day after, I said, well, what did you want to talk to me about? He's like, well, I have a DWI. And I said, oh, because I thought that when he said, I need to talk to you about something, I thought he was going to disclose to me about the domestic violence that I already knew about. Keep in mind, I been knowing about the domestic violence, but I hadn't said anything about it. So I thought when he said, hey, I need to talk to you about something important, I thought that he was like, hey, let me just come clean about what happened with the domestic violence and yada, yada, whoop, whoop, whoop. So, but no, he was talking about a DWI. He's like, well, I have a DWI. I have a case. I got a breathalyzer, da, 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 yada, yada, yada. I said, wow, okay. And I asked him about 3 times, well, is there anything else you want to talk about? Like along these lines or like anything else? Are you sure? Is anything else? And he's like, no, no, no. I said, okay. I let it be. I didn't bring up the domestic violence because my thing was like, listen, this is all by the phone. If we ever get to the point where I will bring up the domestic violence, I'm going to be sitting in front of you because I want to see your body language. I want to see your reaction. I want to see your face. I want to see your eyes. I want to read you. And then I need to let you know the terms. Like, I need to talk to whoever was involved with the situation because I want to hear their side of it too. Right. But we're not even going to get there because me and him, we ain't going to never be together. Okay. It's already a wrap. We're just friends. I'm still talking to the other guy who came through for Valentine's, but I'll make another video about him. So what I can say about this situation was listening to my intuition and noticing all of the red flags. Okay, so there was a guy that I dated last year at this exact same time, and I started to like this guy just like I liked this guy. But that guy I liked even more. I was head over heels for this guy. He was fine, he was chocolate, he was tall, he was wealthy, and he was generous to me, okay? I mean, I really, really liked this guy. I was like, I'm done. I broke up with all my guys. I broke up with all my other guys. I was focused on this one guy. And I remember there was a few weird things that happened, and I asked him about them, and he was like, "Oh no, 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 everything's fine." Or he just made up lies and gaslit me. And I grappled with the responses that he gave me. I really grappled with them. And ultimately, I pushed myself past my inhibitions. I pushed myself past my reservations. I pushed myself past my alarms to just move forward with him because I liked him and I just wanted to believe him, even though what he was saying didn't make any fucking sense. Okay. It made no sense. It just seemed like a lie, but I really liked him. He was fine as hell and I wanted to believe it. So I pushed down my common sense and my alarms, and I just moved with what he said because it's what I wanted to hear anyway. And I thought, oh, I'm just scared to be in a relationship. Let me just believe him. No, 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 no. Everything that I was afraid of was true. Okay? Everything that I was afraid of was true. It all came to the light. It was ugly. I was sad. Oish. After that breakup, I was so sad and just really felt very betrayed. Okay. So I feel emotionally healthier this year than I was last year. I feel emotionally healthier. So I decided not to move fast on anything, right? So these alarms are coming up and I don't move fast to push them down or to commit myself to this man or overly involve myself with him or cut off my other men for him or, over invest in the relationship. I just kept it very light. I kept it very, I just stayed observant of these alarms because I needed to sort it out. I really just needed to sort out, what's team too much? Is me being apprehensive about him having 4 children with 2 different women? Is that team too much? Or is that a deal breaker for me? I just needed time, space, and opportunity to answer those questions for myself. I just needed the time to do it. And so I took the time. I took the time necessary to do it. And I learned, like I said, about how I have a difficult time communicating to a man that I really, really like. And so now, I can work on that. I can, try to implement some things in my life to give me, more courage with being vulnerable. And also I need to sort out what's fear of abandonment, what's fear of vulnerability, and what's a genuine fear, or what's a genuine concern, or, I have evidence. I have the court record. I mean, not the court records. I have the arrest record for the domestic violence. So I'm not making things up in my head. No, I have actual evidence to say, oh no, pump your brakes, sister, pump your brakes on this one. This isn't a situation where you just go head over heels and lose yourself. No, there will be no losing of self. So, anyway, I encourage you all to do the same. Take your time, listen to yourself, be vigilant, tune into your emotions. That is the power that we have as women. Tune into your emotions, listen to your intuition. be safe, and have fun. And so that's my story time. I don't even know how this began. I'll have to listen to the beginning, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Thank you so much for sharing your time and attention with the Afrocentric Woman. Special gratitude to our subscribers. If you'd like to stay connected with this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you have any comments or thoughts about the content shared, please drop down into the comment section and let us know. Remember, you are worthy, you are enough, you are unique, and you are lovable. And I appreciate you.